wrapped around the money.
Around the money.
Cuz just sold another puppy.
Another puppy.
Mama ain't raised no dummy.
No dummy. Shit. Wholesale, retail, motivating these females.
Black Compass Media, back live with another one. Shout out to the people that's out there right now. They're gonna see this. Everybody that's here now, make sure you subscribe. Shout out to everybody on Caffeine. Top of the year, big energy, work. You know what I'm saying? I got two of my bros, aptly, two Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn. We gonna start that off properly. You know what I'm saying? But battle rap veteran, you know him. You seen him in all the battles. Don't front. Talented, and we gonna talk about this new project that's out called Resolutions. My man, Cortez, what's going on, bro?
What's poppin' with y'all?
Man, listen, life is good, man. Life is good.
This nigga Tone got the 2K. My nigga, I was saying, my nigga Tone got the 2K player haircut,
hey, man. Listen, man, that's
like
hey. It's better than that.
Shit.
You look like a specialized 3-point shooter that sings during time.
oh shit!
Yeah, I know I'm in the room with two Brooklyn cats right now. It doesn't get much more Brooklyn than this. Like
you smoke weed and drink green tea at the end of the night.
I got Sage in the locker room like Kyrie. No doubt about it. But
and you ain't got no socks on right now either.
Nah. We put the Birkenstocks away. But in all seriousness, Taz, how's everything going with you? How was your holidays? Let's catch up real quick before we get into everything.
Man, yeah, like I feel like my holidays was good. You know what I mean? I was one of the few. I mean, not few, but one of the many people that just wanted to get 2020 out of here. You know how they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? What happened in 2020 stays in 2020. Like, you know? Like, I was ready to get out, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of reflecting. I do feel like I received a lot of growth during this year. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a good thing, knowing how long I've been in this game. I feel like this year was a lot of lessons, you know what I mean? So I had to take that, learn from that. And just the holidays, I just chilled out for a little bit, had a little game plan with the album and stuff like that. Just executed little things and just really just enjoyed family and, you know what I mean, focused on what's coming up for this year.
Yeah. And shout out to Polo too. We didn't get much of an intro. We got right to the jokes and everything like that. But shout out to Polo as well. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We got to get this whole thing going. But that's dope, man. So you were able to get, it was like renewed focus for you, like going into the project and everything like that. Like I know for a rapper, it has to be different. So let's talk about that.
Well, like I was tweeting it out earlier today. I don't know if y'all saw my tweets earlier today, right? But I just got into a whole breakdown of things because, my phone has been ringing. A lot of people been hitting me like, yo, when you coming back to battle rap? Yo, what you think about this person? And there's been offers and stuff, but I've been turning them down. And to be honest with you, what I was going through was like, I took the time off after the Easy battle to reflect on what was going on. Because I had did a blog with my full court press, and again after that battle, and what I said was, I was like, yo, that was the first time that I was in tune, like where I thought what I had was fire and lit for a battle, where I didn't take it off, like I took the battle seriously, you know what I mean? And the reception was, you know what I mean? Right. And I was actually confused as to what I did wrong. Like, we know there's battles where you be like, he's out of touch. It's usually when guys leave and they come back, you know what I mean? And I felt like, yo, I was kind of on point earlier this year. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's not that I'm out of touch, but I must be doing something wrong that nobody connected with it. You understand? So that was the first time that really happened to me in maybe the 12 years that I battled.
The easy to block captain battle, just so we clear, that was the one where it was like, okay, it was different. But walk us through that, because even now, do you still feel the same way that some of the critiques that you got were unwarranted? Like, is it still that?
I did feel like with the caffeine chat, right? I did feel like my peers and stuff swayed a lot of opinion. Like, I didn't feel
Yeah.
They, you know what I mean? I feel like people think it's a joke, and I understand that we all go in there to crack jokes and all that. But at the end of the day, this is a profession. This is a business. This is how we eat. You can't just play like that all the time, because then these fans come and they play with your name too. And that brings your stock down, and that's not good. You understand? Like, people can't just play with your name for no reason. Can't let people play with your name. And I felt like it was getting to the point where people are feeling like they could play with my name. That's one. Two, as far as the battle goes, my delivery, my breathing, my cadence, how I said things, off completely. I feel like what I wrote for Easy was fire, was good. And that's never really the problem. It's really how you deliver things and stuff. You understand? Everyone has good bars. Some people say good bars, but they say it a way that makes it great. Some people have great bars, but they say it a way that makes it okay. That's cool.
No, I was gonna say, I watched you a lot on Verbal Warzone. That's the joint with the beats,
Yeah,
right?
with the beats, yeah.
And your delivery and your swagger, like on that league, is like, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I think you got to transfer like that energy into like the caffeine room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's the only thing I was really missing was like the delivery.
Yeah. And honestly, since the Verbal Warzone battle, right? That was almost 2 years ago now, right? From that point, I started realizing that I got a formula here that I can translate to the acapella battles. And I kind of did that with the T-Top battle. I did that with the Saga battle this year. I did that even with the Rum Nitty battle. I stumbled a little bit, but people liked the material. So I started realizing, okay, got something here. Okay, cool. This is a new way to reinvent Cortez, you know? But during this year, I thought, I lost one of my best friends, my friend Meg. You know what I mean? I was like my brother, my everything. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people knew that. And from the third round against Saga, people really knew how it affected me. I thought I was over it. I thought, all right, cool, I'm going to turn up. But preparing for Nitty and preparing for Easy, I wasn't really like in tune with my team, with my people around me, with certain things. I smile in everybody's face, and I'm doing the sneakers, and I'm still, doing things and interviews and stuff and selling the fight. But I really wasn't like tapped in the way I needed to be. And after that Easy battle, I realized I gotta chill. I gotta step back. You know what I mean? Like, I'm from the hood. I don't think about PTSD. Niggas get PTSD from the shit they grew up against with shit.
Right.
I'm from the hood. People don't really think about things like healing and trying to like balance shit. You understand? Like, I'm still a public figure. I have to balance the Cortez brand, but right now the Cortez brand, like, that wasn't important. Like, I had so much on my shoulders, so much on my mind, so much things to handle, and I thought I could do it all, and I couldn't, and I think it reflected that, especially with the Easy battle. So after the Easy battle, I stepped back. I realized, like, yo, I can't do this right now, like, because then I'm gonna ruin everything I've built trying so hard. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Let me chill. Let me focus. My heart's not in it right now. I don't love this right now. And when you do it like that and you're just trying to do it for the checks and stuff like that, it's not conducive, and you're not going to go far. You got to do it when you love something. So from that point, I just took a step back, and I was just going through beats and going through certain things, and I just started venting with the pen that way. Which kind of reverts back to the Verbal Warzone thing, but without the pressure of a battle. Just putting my words to beats, and then it just started formulating the album, and like from there. But like from the beginning of the year, I felt like at the top of the year, I was on one T-Top, the 2-on-2 with Geechee, with me and Misfit, the Saga battle, even the 40 cal round that I put out for him. Like, people are like dismissing that as Core had a terrible year, when honestly the first 6 months of the year was lit.
Yeah, it was lit.
You know what I mean?
Lit.
It was just a matter of one bad battle. And I realized that with this culture, like, this culture is so competitive, and I'm not bad about it. We're competitive. We're not giving each other like flowers. We're not giving each other respect. We're constantly dissing each other. We're constantly downplaying our accolades. And sometimes you just might get to a point where I don't want to do the fake shit and do that right now. Like there's more serious shit going on right now around me and my life in the world that I'm not sitting here trying to tear down everybody and crack jokes and be in a caffeine room doing the fake shit. I don't want to do the fake shit. I've never been known to do the fake shit. I've never been the type to shit on people and come at people a certain way. None of that. I don't move like that.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'm chilling. Let me focus. Let me refocus. And when I want to do this, then I'll do it, you know? And an album came out of it.
Okay. So we get into the evolution of the album, and the way you kind of tied it to the battle rap thing, it makes it real for a lot of fans that just see stuff in a vacuum. So, you know what I mean? I'm glad you was able to kind of like tell people that, because that would affect me as well. You know what I mean? Especially when you have somebody that is close to you that you lost. But so now you was able to get in the lab and get to the album. The album, in my opinion, I wanna just kind of give it an overall sonically. This is not like go, you know, to the club, whatever type of joints on there. It's real street music, very New York, very East Coast, in my opinion, and a lot of it very downbeat. You know what I mean? A lot of some of the stuff that you getting like from the Bennies, the Conways, and stuff like that, where it's not turned up and the beat's not doing that much. What made you decide to go in that direction? And even if you don't agree with that, I would want to hear that too. But, you know, what made you go in that direction as far as selecting those beats to rap to? I thought that was interesting.
Well, you got to realize this. Nobody's clubbing right now.
Right.
Nobody's out partying right now. Everybody's shut down. like you get what I'm saying? Everybody's shut down and everybody's going through something. And I felt like for my community, the people that are around me, shit was real and shit was fucked up. And I didn't want to celebrate. You understand? I wanted to be real. You understand? I wanted to be. Yo, you see me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
My bad. A phone call just came in. My bad.
It's all good.
But I wanted to reflect what I was going through, and I wanted to really like put it to a point where I wanted people to tie in the times that we're going through with the album. You ever listen to an album and you sit there and say, yo, I was working at this spot, or I was fucking with this bitch when I heard this song.
All the time, man. All the time.
That's
I was
how
like,
people connect with music.
Right.
So I sat there and said, okay, for my people that's going through the things that we're going through right now, for the shit that we're going through, for the pain, I want everyone to connect this album to this time.
And you connected to a very specific group, if I could piggyback on that, because what this COVID thing did is it made it tougher for hustlers, like for the people that really go outside and get it.
Exactly.
And that's what, like, stuff like growers, like stuff like that, like that's for them. You know what I'm saying? It's motivated, speaking of that demographic. So, you know, just in your experience, like, you have perspective of the street. You wanted to incorporate that then into the album and kind of have a message back to them. Like, was that the way that you chose to kind of go through some of these tracks?
Yeah. And even the timing with having it called resolutions, I felt like a lot of people had certain resolutions at the beginning of the year that probably didn't pan out, as well as myself. We didn't meet certain standards that we wanted, but at the same time, it's already 2021. Like, 2020 was still a blur. As much shit as went on, 2020 was still a blur. And it's like, okay, cool. New resolutions, new focus. Now we went through so much shit that we figured out how we're going to get back to it. You understand? Now it's like, all right, cool. Can't be down. Can't be depressed anymore. I got to get back on my shit. Now it's a new year. It's new money. It's new opportunities, you know? And you got to be able to adjust. And that's the hustler in me too. So, you know, it was all that tied in. Okay.
Polo, go ahead.
Okay. Bro. You got a Method Man feature on here on track 2. How did that come about?
I mean, Meth was on my last joint, the classic. We did the video, and me and Meth, we known each other for so long. I met him at Mav's video shoot like 10 years ago. You know, he's a big supporter of the culture. We all know that. You know, and I actually recorded the whole album out of his studio.
Wow.
The whole album was recorded at the Meth Lab.
You record. It's called the Meth Lab. That's fire. But the whole album was recorded in Method Man Studio.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Okay, that's fire.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a light flex, by the way. That's light flex. Like y'all rappers, you do that. Mickey Facts be doing that. DNA, stop flexing, bro. Chill.
You know, so you know, when Big Bro he threw me the alley, he said, "Yeah, go ahead." You know what I'm saying? I had a certain night. I had Friday nights booked out from 10 p.m. to 7, 8 in the morning every Friday, right? So we in there, we working, we knocking out records all the time, you know. And there was a certain Friday night he had to do a feature for Busta's album, and he got there, and I was supposed to do the session, and they called me and they was like, "Yo, Meth got to knock this verse out like tonight, da da da. Can you start the session a little later, like 12?" I was like, yeah, like, what I'm gonna do? Tell Meth, nah, bro, this is my slot. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So he's like, cool, you know, you could pull up, but he knows I'll be having producers, videographers, like, you know what I mean? I wasn't gonna bring all them people into his session. So I told everybody else, yo, fall back, come back at 12. You know what I'm saying? I pulled up, we was chilling, smoking, and then when he finished the verse, he was like, yo, I'm hearing like a lot of shit coming out of here, niggas fucking with it. He was, and then I played him the digital scale joint, and I said, "Yo, you sound perfect on this." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I got you." He was like, "This is it." Once he heard it, he was like, "Yeah." He said, "I'm gonna put the verse together." He put the verse together. He didn't even call me. He just laid it down, and then when I got to the studio, this shit was there.
You got to the studio, and a Meth verse was waiting for you.
He flexed on me.
He keep doing this.
That was his like flex on me. When I get there, that was his like, because I get there, my man Fuego's the engineer, and Fuego's looking at me and he's laughing, and I'm like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Yo, you settled in?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know, I'm taking the jacket off, setting up the laptop," and he's like, "Whoop," and he plays it, and I just hit Meth, and I'm like, "You got the verse already, nigga?" He's like, "Yeah, boy." He was like, "Meth told me don't call you." He said, "Just wait till you get there." So then I call him and he's just laughing. He's like, "Yo, Cole, I told you I got you, bro." But he told me, he said, "Yo, I feel like the feature you and I did is the best feature I did. One of the best features he did with an unsigned artist. The first one, the classic. But he definitely feels like the video is the best video he did from a feature." So he was like, "Why wouldn't I just double up with you again, bro?" You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and he was like, let's just keep building from there. You know?
He threw that. He you know what I'm saying? He threw the verse, like, that's crazy. He threw the verse at you off the Humble?
2 times already. And we're going to shoot the video. So if you're in Brooklyn, if you're not in Miami.
Oh, yeah, I'm pulling up.
If you're not in Miami, you know what I'm saying? You're pull up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get on. Talk about him, Tez. All comfortable. Nigga bugging.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Tez thought I lived in Miami.
My son got a pink bottom. That's a pink
bottom.
bottom.
You know the bottom's gotta be pink. You know that, man.
Yeah, he's different. He different.
Yo, that's funny.
Man. Yo, listen, man.
Word.
So
Yo,
to have somebody. Yeah. Go ahead, Polo. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna say. So my actual favorite song on the album. Is From the Bottom. What was
that's
your mindset?
when you,
oh, that's crazy. See, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
What was your mindset when you made that song?
Shout out to my man Crisis. He produced it from the Bronx. Shout out to Yobi. She's on the hook. As soon as I heard the beat, that's up my lane. You know what I mean? It's just reflecting fly shit, talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it was one of those vibes. Like I pride myself in the fact that I'm very versatile, but I'm still gonna like make the track my own. You understand? Like I'm trying to get to the point where like when you hear certain music, you like, that's Cortez. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you hear Rick Ross, you like, that's a Ross beat. You know what I'm saying? You hear certain things, you be like, that's that person's type of track.
Right.
That's what I want to get to. And joints like From the Bottom though, those aren't beats that just come along that anybody could get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
that was a smooth one.
No, that when I heard that, I'm like, oof. This I ran that back like 10 times.
In the whip, that beat is just like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it was just swag after that, bro. I just rolled up. As soon as he sent me that beat, I rolled up the gas laid it down, wrote it down, laid it down. Then I brung Yobi in the next week. She heard it. She knew exactly what she wanted to do, and it was it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that was just an ode to a lot of my niggas that we doing better. And we're setting examples, for people, you know? And like I say, you know what I mean? Cutting crack of mom's dishes and trapping off benches. I turned that into a Latin-owned business out the mud. Like, you know what I mean? Like those are for my peoples that we just really, really like inspire each other and be like, yo, like we could get to the next level. And it's not just the people I grew up with. It's my circle, even the battle rap family, Goods, DNA. Like you see the progression in life.
Yeah. No, y'all brothers definitely, you know what I'm saying? Y'all definitely representing battle rappers very well.
Yeah.
You, DNA Goods, for sure.
You know what I mean? Even you gotta understand, I was around Khan before. I'm not gonna say how bad and down bad niggas was, but I was around Khan. I was around Hitman. I was around Clips. I was around, and I see that, you know what I mean? And I was just saluting the fact that I see my brothers and we all leveling up in our own ways. You know what I mean? At the same time.
That's dope.
That was really the passion behind it.
Okay, definitely. You went to me, like, after hearing the first couple tracks or whatever, like, you know what I mean, the From the Bottom, the Digital Scale, Resolution. Okay, Resolution's fire intro, by the way, song. But Bricks, we go different. More of a harmonic, melodic kind of flow on that. More sort of the newer fan, like the younger guys, the 25 and down is really gonna rock with that. Why did you decide to do that? And when you do stuff like that, do you ever worry about being like, okay, well, obviously I'm a little older, but not being able to like fit in, forcing that?
Well, I felt like I didn't sound forced on the track.
Right.
I felt like at the same time, what I learned a lot is I'm a big Nipsey fan, right? And I feel like Nipsey was like the bridge, the gap, because he wasn't an old nigga, but he wasn't a young nigga. And he would jump on these joints with the Roddy Riches, but then he would still get on some shit with the vets and the OGs, and he would fit in. And I felt like, okay, cool, with that record. First off, my brother Meg is on that record. That's the last record we did before he passed away. You understand? So that right there, like, set the tone where it's like, I have to do something with this record, and it was just a matter of just making sure I give game, even though I'm a little more turned up and I'm more melodic on it and I'm carrying it. I'm not sounding forced. It's an 8-bar verse. Or a 12-bar verse. It's not like we trying to be super lyrical. You can't. My man Doja said this. You can't get busy on everything. You gotta chill. You gotta let people enjoy.
Say it again, Taz. Let them know again, Taz.
You can't get busy on everything. Like, you gotta chill. It's gotta be moods. You gotta take people through a mood. That's what I felt Resolutions was. It's a mood. It's a vibe. And it's like just get in the car and ride with me. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. Like, yo, just hop in the whip, light the gas, drive. You know what I mean? Definitely.
I got one theater critique for you. I got two theater critiques. Number one, LeBron interlude. Should have been a whole song. LeBron, it should have just been called LeBron. You should have gave us 3 verses.
We dropping the video tomorrow.
That shit was so dope. Yo, when y'all listen to this joint, listen to that LeBron interlude. Like, is that you talking? Who talking in between? Like, you gotta walk me through this.
My man Doza produced it, right? My man Doza produced it, and like it was more inspiration of like Pain in the Ass, like that type of thing.
Oh, I get what you're saying from the old Hove tapes. Okay, we gotta say something like that for the young guys. We got a young audience too. We gotta,
like I always want to incorporate the gems that I pick up from the legends. You know what I mean, and make it my own way. Now the LeBron interlude is just that. It's an interlude, right?
Right.
But wait till part 2 when you hear Kyrie interlude or KD interlude. So like I'm building like a whole little like series with that.
It's dope because y'all actually having a debate and all that too. Like, and at the end you like, yo, he gonna get another one. Watch he get another. Like, it was dope, bro.
You know what it was though? You know what it was though? That was game 5. Remember Danny Green missed the 3? Pass it to Danny Green. I really bet 5 on that game. I'm like, LeBron gonna take this ring. They not waiting. LeBron gonna take this, and then he passes it to Danny Green, and I'm like, what? Like, you know, like why? Like
Crazy.
take that shot. Like,
Man,
you
because
feel
that
me?
shit, you know how that go. LeBron big in Vegas, man.
Yeah. So, you know, I like to bet on games. I like
Yeah,
to
that's
bet.
what I do that
You know what I'm
too.
saying? So I felt like also I have to tap into that. Like everything I wanted to tap into was shit that I do. You know what I'm saying? Shit that we goof about. And I feel like that might be another reason why people are relating to the album and resonating with the album. If there's not one thing, you fuck with the other thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how many of us bet on the games now? Now gambling is legal on the NBA. You know what I mean? Now you could bet on games. Now we doing all that. So to be honest with you, that was just like emotion. I was just tight. And I said, I double it back, game 6. And that's what I did, and we won. I made my biggest back.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That
Shout out for the
COVID
double up. Yeah.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. That COVID bubble betting, that shit was easy. I made a lot. a lot.
Exactly, son.
Oh, word, that's where it was at, Polo? The bubble?
Nah, the bubble was lit.
Everything was over. Almost everything was
At first,
over.
I had to get used to it. Them little season games before that, I had to get used to it. But then once the playoffs started, it was lit.
I went crazy
I don't care
with
about the
Phoenix,
crowd.
yo. With the Trailblazers and the Suns was all I was betting. I'm two being 3, throwing
was
every. I was
undefeated.
throwing that
Man.
shit.
Man.
They was on
that
it.
shit was crazy.
Man, listen.
Word.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
But,
yeah, well,
wait,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
bro.
No, I was gonna ask you.
Man, he got
what-
one more. He got a second one,
I
right?
do. I got another theater critique. Theater critique is that you should have combined, well, song wise, because it goes so well into each other. I was like, it between Drum Dealers and Early in the Morning. I thought if you put the like, it fed right into the other song. I thought it was one song when I heard it. I'm like, why you separate those? Because I feel like people want to hear that together. Because it went
Yo,
right
I ain't
into
gonna lie,
it.
though. Yo, you good, Tony. You good. You know why? Because Doza, the same one that did LeBron Interlude, he produced both those tracks, right? He's on both those tracks. He's on both those. So when we was mixing it, shout out to my engineer, Luminary, we was mixing the album, and Luminary was like, yo, like, all right, cool, we got the album order. And I was like, yo, since both of these is produced by Doza, make the drums the same, and when it ends, let it go right into the next
Just go right
song
into
like
the next.
that.
Yeah, that was dope.
And
That was dope.
it be those little things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the fact that you noticed that's
Yeah,
that's
see,
super
Taz,
cool.
I'm from that tape era where you listen to the whole joint and you flip it and that's it. So some songs will go right into the next one. You know what I'm saying? And it would make the whole difference sonically when you listen to a body of work, a project, not just singles, not just you know what I mean? Because that's how people consume music now. When I'm listening to a body of work, a project, I'm listening all the way through. Them transitions could make a whole, you know what I mean, album like feel different.
You remember when at the end of Reservoir Dogs and Jay-Z's like, put some more beat on that joint.
Right.
And then it goes bum,
Dun,
bum,
dun,
bum,
dun,
bum,
dun,
bum, 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 bum. Watch this, yo.
Right.
Watch this, yeah. Like that's the type of shit. Like
Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna bring you to the studio, bro. Yo, y'all gonna pull up to the studio
Okay.
when I finish part 2.
Yeah,
We in
that's
there.
what-
We in there.
We gotta do that.
Yeah,
gotta
we
do
in
that.
there.
That's dope.
That's
That's
fire.
dope.
That's
That's dope.
fire.
We really music, you know what I'm saying? We music connoisseurs and stuff. So
Yeah,
big
yo,
facts.
Taz, you the man for knowing that. That's one of the best drops because
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs,
Brooklyn,
they
man.
smoked it, and then how tight is the flow? Because I'm like that,
I'll
yo.
be on the elastic. Shit. What the fuck?
fuck?
yeah.
You heard me?
Right.
Put some more beat on that joint. Bam, bam, bam. And that's Kid Capri. So
Kid
it's bro,
Capri.
you know what I'm saying? So
It was perfect.
It's like yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Volume 2 gotta get love.
What inspired the cover? The like the actual artwork.
Okay.
for the
The
album.
cover. Did you see the back one too? I posted.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know if y'all
did.
noticed. I posted how Times Square actually looked at New Year's and the back cover, and it's almost identical.
Oh.
It's almost identical. All the confetti, but it's empty. You see nothing but Corona. 16. Stay 6 feet away. Practice social distancing all over the screens. But yet it's Times Square. It's like a celebration, but no one's there. You know, and that was really my. That was originally my original concept. And I did a photo shoot in Times Square back in November for it. But we got to get better things because it was just too much. Like, I got to get more stuff. It's too much to incorporate everything in there.
What you mean?
Like,
what you mean you had to?
Well, like some of the pictures I was taking, I couldn't catch the ball and me in a good picture.
Oh.
It was certain things we have to do, like, but you know, the cops is there. They on niggas. Like, we couldn't do what we wanted to do with the photo shoot.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. So we created my man drew it. My man Prof, he actually drew the concept that I had. We went and took still shots from Google Images, and we incorporated them and we put everything together. Now, as far as the front cover, the chain is with my boy Meg. Cool, right? Like, everyone gets those now, the RIP chains with a picture of your man.
Yeah.
Now, I put Abe Lincoln. I feel like Abe Lincoln represents America, right? America, right? But
like
at the same time,
okay.
If you see, he's crumbling. It's a statue of him. He's crumbling, and to me, what it represents is the democracy, the world we're in, the country we're in right now. It's crumbling. The foundations that we once had are crumbling. From the president that we just had, from all the coronavirus, how it was being handled, how people think it's a joke, And at the same time, what you do to cover up something, how somebody says, "Oh, I'm gonna just put a Band-Aid on it." And you're not really fixing anything. That's why I put the mask on. It's like incorporating what the times is now.
Yeah.
But put the mask on, and everything is gonna be all right. But really, you see behind it, everything's crumbling. You know.
Wow. Man, that's deep. That's fire, bro. That's fire. Yeah, Polo. Yeah, a lot of thought went into this, Polo. We ain't just slap nothing together, bro.
How long did it take you to get this album together? This mixing, mastering, studio session?
I started recording at the end, maybe like the last week of September. I got in the studio the last week. I took a month off after the Easy battle. I battled Easy the end of August. Took a month off. It was my birthday. My birthday passed. I reflected. And then I said, you know what? I want to go in the studio. So boom, I started the last week of September. The album was done maybe the middle of November. But to be honest with you, I kind of recorded part 1 and part 2 the resolutions. So like, I really knocked out. I might have finished all these tracks almost before the end of October, maybe around Halloween. I shot 2 videos in November, and then it was really about the packaging, doing the pre-orders, selling all those boxes, and just getting the rollout ready for December.
Right, right. A lot goes into that. I think a lot of people, like I'm not a rapper, right, and I'm certainly not, on the grind and like that, like how you are. But the other things, the things that we don't see, I think is important to tell us. Like, so you talking about getting boxes and the pre-orders and stuff, like what?
Yeah, did you see the boxes that I was selling? Did you see the album? Huh?
No, I was telling Tone the packaging for the album was kind of like you did like the old school like DMP Nike Jordan.
Oh, like a drop, like a real okay.
This is what I did, right? So I had a custom box with the resolution artwork. Bodega tape was on it, right?
Yeah. Had
the Bodega trap tape. Boom. When you open up the box, you got the album in a cue card. I'm gonna show you right now.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So
I like this. I like this.
The album comes in on a cue card like this. I got the thing right here. You scan it on your phone. Same way you do when you at a restaurant. You put your camera to the menus or whatever.
Yeah. The QR.
The album pops up. That's the link that I had sent y'all. Also, you'll see the behind-the-scene album commentary. So I break down each song, right? On top of that, so those were for the people that did the pre-orders. People have been hearing the album in that level since December 1st. Now, besides that, what happened was inside the box, you get that. You got a custom autograph for me. You know what I mean? Like a picture. You get custom merch from me, whether it's a hat, a nasty tee, the jersey tees, the Murder Ad, Bodega, whatever it is, right? And you get a piece of autograph merch that I wore in a battle. If it's a hoodie I wore against Twerk, if it's the jacket I wore against B-Dot, fire shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? So those pre-orders were $100.
Wow.
Bro, I sold 100 of them in December.
What?
10 bands off the pre-order.
That's crazy. That's just fire. I don't know. We don't got we don't got sound effects here, but we would definitely.
We gotta get a soundboard. Come on, Tom.
I'm gonna do it in real life. What are you talking about, Tez?
And then on top of it, if niggas couldn't afford the 100, because I know it was Christmas, yo, send me $20 and I'll give you the album link. And you won't get the box, but you'll get the album ahead of time. You know how many niggas sent the dub? Yo, dub. I feel like what we have to understand is that us as independents, and I kind of learned this from the Griselda wave and learning certain things.
Sure.
Merch and pre-orders are very, very key, you know? And it helped me because like all this month of December, all I was doing was posting the boxes, posting the orders, and people seeing like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, where can I get that? Yo, boom, send me this, don't. Niggas was sending it, you know? So it's like, again, it was like, yo, that's another reason why I could have turned down the battles, because I was like, yo, I'm actually building something here. Let me build something with the Cortez brand,
right? Not
really worry on a league to get me my Christmas check or you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of battles do. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, I gotta just tip my hat that I'm not wearing right now to the entrepreneurship, man. Like it takes, and you know the thing about it that sticks out to me, it takes a certain level of confidence and just pride that like in your work and in your product to be like, yo, look, I'm putting this together. This is that. And for people to go back and invest in that is crazy. Like, were you overwhelmed with the amount of support that you got with that?
Let me get y'all honest opinion, right? Mm-hmm. You guys are great media people, but you guys are for battle rap, right? You got like we all know each other from battle rap.
Yeah,
so
sure.
When I hit y'all, right, and I'm like, yo, I want y'all to review the album and stuff. I want your honest opinion, like how many battlers are doing that? How many battlers are saying, yo, check this out? And then how many times are we excited to see where their shit goes? Like, you know, like a lot of times I know who can make good music to me. I know who doesn't make good music, but I'm an artist. From you guys' perspective, you guys might sit there and be like, oh, I might not want to review this album because then if I don't like it, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's like certain things. But I was so confident in this project. I was like, nah, I'm giving, like, you get what I'm saying? And you gotta have it. You gotta be able to bet on yourself, you know? So like, I want y'all opinion, like, all right, Cole wants us to review this. All right, maybe what the expectation was to what it was, you know, to what you actually seen, you know what I mean? How was it? What was the difference?
Truthfully, I'm gonna be honest. When you hit me about it, I was excited because like I don't just watch battle rap just to watch battle rap. Just like I don't just follow a battle rap and just leave it at battle rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I go buy their music on iTunes. I try to listen to it on YouTube. I listen to yours a lot. I listen to Goods. I listen to T-Top, Briz. It's a lot of people that make good music. So when you hit me, I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't even, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'd be so busy in my own stuff. I didn't even know you was dropping something. So you hit me, I'm like, I'm gonna check it out. I listened to it all day, like for like the last 2 days, I've been listening to it. So I was excited, definitely for sure.
Thank you.
I knew, you know what I'm saying? I knew it was gonna be fire. Just off the simple fact, like the time we in, and it's like it's no club, it's none of that, like you mentioned earlier. So you kind of gotta focus on your emotions and putting your stuff into your lyrics. And so I knew that was gonna be fire.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think for me it was definitely a surprise in terms of like production. I didn't know you was gonna go that way with production. I didn't know if I was gonna get Turn Up Tez or Getting Money and we acting like none of this stuff is going on, or if you was gonna go super left politically or whatever. You didn't do any of that. You know what I'm saying? So it just all the cringy things in my head, because I'm admit sometimes when I listen to projects, and it's messed up that we do this, and it's the people you fuck with, but you just hold them to like a certain, like in your head, it's like, I got a certain standard, like, damn, I just hope you don't come with this angle or it sounds dated, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was refreshing that you didn't do that. And there was more stress on, like you said, with a sound, like forming a sound that we really could like, you know what I'm saying? Some of the songs I really like, the first couple songs I rock with out the gate, like the Resolutions to me is dope. I think maybe if I had another song in that form, like I would have appreciated it a little bit more, because you went straight back to the block on the next 6 songs. Like straight, like you went to the block. Like I lived down the street from the block, but you went to the You went out there when the street lights was on, Tez, and you stayed there for a while. But see, I grew. That's how I grew up. So I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying.
But then
that,
when I reflect with certain things, like if I die or let it to the streets,
right,
like I still wanted
you
to
came
connect
back
with
to it.
The
Yeah.
pain, with the pain. You know what I'm saying? That's
So
good. That's
so
good.
I appreciated it. I thought Bricks was a curveball. I think to me, like, you know what I'm saying? Not that like age you super old and no shit, but you know the cloth we come from.
Yeah.
It's like you taking a risk doing that. You know what I'm saying? Now for me, I know the type of shit I like. I mean, the other type of stuff that you was on was more native to what I'm used to. But I'm like, okay, Tez took it left field. Maybe if we get another one of those. Like, he went crazy. Hands was bugging.
Yeah, hands be wildin'.
Yo, Hands was, but like that song, I meant to ask you about that song because I was like, this the one I'm gonna put on the gym mix for sure. From the the bonus, yeah. So I'm like, I'm listening to it. I'm like, nah, that's for the gym. Hands is bugging.
The hold up joint, right? The
hold up. Yeah. That's a fact.
That's with Math too. That's with Math.
Facts.
The Changes on the Hook. Yeah, that was for the NYB album a while ago that never dropped. That's how old that song.
What?
Dang. Why did the album never drop?
That's crazy.
That what?
Why did the album never drop? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
I hear you.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot of politics that was going on. You know, we was young at the time. You talking 2010, 2011. You know, it just a lot of shit politics wise, and we didn't really like how they was handling us as a situation. You know what I mean? Like trying to group us. So, you know, it wasn't never like NYB was beefing, but it was more like the politics behind it that, you know what I mean? It was just like, yo, these niggas want too much control. And you know, we want some say so. Like, you know, we, especially at that time when URL first started, we had a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of power. So it was just like, we had to capitalize it on then, and if they wasn't on that time, then it was like, why are we doing this? You know what I'm saying? Right. But you know, there's a lot of gems. There's a lot of gems that just never got to see the light of day. But I got a whole bunch of them, so it's like, yo, why not just give people the certain stuff as bonus tracks? Like those songs aren't mixed. All those bonus tracks aren't mixed. You could hear the album, then you can hear those songs, and you'll hear
a little bit of
but you're gonna still appreciate those records, and that's what I care for. Like,
right.
As long as you still appreciate those records.
Definitely. But no, I think the project was dope, man. I don't have like from what I'm into, like you said, it's not really party and turn up, whatever. Had you done that and tried it and failed or whatever, we'd be talking about that. But this to me is the lane. Like this is what I'm into.
I didn't want it to be cheesy. I wanted it to be real, you know?
Exactly.
I want it to be real, and I want people to identify that album with Cortez, you know?
Exactly. And besides that, brothers is rapping right now. We not in these goofy bags like we putting pen to pad and working.
A couple of those brothers already reached out to do collabs. So I feel like, okay, cool, this is in the right lane. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm in that lane. I do feel that way. Like, we know who you're talking about. You know what I mean? I don't want to let certain things out the bag, but there's a lot of them.
Do we know who I'm talking? Well, okay.
Yeah, let it out the bag.
Yeah, I just said, Tez, you know, can we?
I'll wait for the features to drop, and then I'll be like, yo. Or you'll see on the gram, Cole's in the studio with him? Hold on.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta get invited to one of these studio sessions, man.
I'll tell you, you in the hood, niggas. I told you, son, when you get up to private jet at Teterboro, you know,
Yo, I'm coming through to the video shoot, man. I gotta bring you. I'm gonna bring you some gear and shit, man.
Oh yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah, we'll pull up.
Definitely do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, man. So, but yeah, go ahead, Polo.
No, I was gonna say, like, all right. So, what is next in plans of like the album, like video? Like, what's the next 3 months?
We shot 2 videos. We shot 2 videos already. Like I said, we're gonna drop LeBron interlude tomorrow. We still got 4 more episodes to go on the album commentary. Then I'm gonna make them public. Drop that content. I got a whole press run set up with a lot of big blogs and stuff for the next month. So, you know, you'll see more interviews and stuff. And I'm featured on about maybe 8 or 9 albums that are dropping in fourth quarter with artists all around the city. So just that alone, I'm trying to get people more familiar, just seeing Cortez on a lot of these albums. And, you know, some of them are up and coming artists that I just fuck with. And some of them are niggas that is known.
Anybody you could shout out for us, or you gotta, or that's a.
We'll see.
That means some of the people.
I'll tell you this. You know what I mean? Quiet as kept. You know, I've been working with Static Selector. I've been working with some people, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you, like, working with some real good producers, major producers. But at the same time, I'm giving the love to my circle. At the same time, like, niggas that built this resolution shit with me. Right. I feel like, yo, why, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? People will come around and people will work with you. You know what I mean? And that's where we at with it.
Dude, you know? I would be remiss if I didn't ask if you ever work with like if up and coming producers wanted to like send you stuff or reach out to you, work with you. Like, how do you handle those sort of things?
Send it like ASAP. Like a lot of the production of people that I knew, but I necessarily didn't tap in with. Like my guy Crisis, like P Dot that did Digital Scale. Paulie Cicero that did the intro. A lot of those producers weren't people that I knew like very, very well. But then when I opened up that invitation to come to the studio, they started pulling up. And my guy Doza, he did half the album, you know, and we was cooking up on the spot. He was creating the samples. Boom, we did LeBron Interlude and we did Early in the Morning, like right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things like that, it just goes. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of the work ethic. I wanted people to come in the studio and grind, bro. We was in there for 8-9 hours at a time, and we was knocking out. The goal was always 5 songs a session. So every Friday, 5 songs. We now got the 5 songs. By Sunday, send me more beats. I'm gonna write. I'm gonna cook up to them all week. By Friday, we go back in. I lay shit down. Boom, and then let's cook up more. You know what I mean? I will always try to go to the studio with 2 songs written, and then we cook up 3. You know what I mean? Then go back, 2 songs written, cook up 3, and we had it for a lot, and it was going.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope.
But if niggas want to send beats, they got fire, send it. You know what I'm saying? Like, send it. Like, just hit me up. Like, hit the IG or hit me wherever. Like, a fire beat is a fire beat. You know what I'm saying? Once your mind starts going, you tap into it.
Yeah. Okay, no doubt, man. Yo, Tez, I'm glad.
Tony bro look like he got somebody real close that makes.
Yeah, you know, my gears get to going. I'm like, right,
he like, yo, hold on, my man.
You grab the phone, look at it. You just look at it. I'm like,
when Tone think his head just keep growing, that shit just
his head and his fro.
Nah, chill.
Like that.
Nigga fro started moving.
Yo, man, y'all not be doing me like this, man. But anyway, Tez, it's good to get you up here to talk about your project. I salute the work. I salute the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope. And it's like, sometimes that's just enough. It's dope. It's a dope project, good concepts, grown man raps, none of the little kid stuff. And even when you go melodic, it's still true to, you know what I'm saying, how you give it up.
Giving game, yeah.
Exactly. So a good mix of street content and game. That's a fact. Thank you.
Thank you.
Know what I mean? So
appreciate it.
But yeah, man.
All right. What
Go ahead.
Are you okay? So now that you in album mode, are you thinking about returning back to battle rap?
Yeah, like I just wanted to be where, like I said, you know what I said earlier, but I felt like dudes was playing with my name.
Yeah, elaborate.
Felt like I needed to change that up a little bit. Like, I don't want people playing with my name. You know what I mean? And I don't want people to just think they could just brush off the fact that Cortez has put in so much work and yet, but he still got to prove something to us. Fuck y'all. I'm not proving nothing to nobody, like, no more. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like if consistency can't do it for you, I can't do nothing for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you want the flash in the pan and you just want to see battles all day and that don't make sense and like don't make any moves or make the culture shift, then what are you doing it for? You know, you're doing it for the money. I got money. I don't want to do it for the money.
Right.
You know what I mean? I really want to do it now to put my brand at a certain point where it's like, all right, cool. Like, cool. When Core comes out, it's lit. You know what I mean? I didn't want to get to that point where I'm just on any card. You know, and I felt like I might have been getting to that point, even though I was consistently cooking. So it's like, oh, y'all don't respect that because of one battle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all don't realize, you know, and that's another thing. Like, you know, people will just say your stock dropped, or say like, you know, you know what I mean, you're not the Cortez that we know. But no one's really taking into the no one took into the account that, yo, this nigga just lost one of his best friends. Like,
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the culture did not even like acknowledge that. Y'all acknowledged the round. I love the culture for that.
Right.
But you know, I don't even think I acknowledged it until after. So it was like, all right, cool. Like, I need to just get my mind right. And when that time comes, which my phone is ringing, but I just wanted to make sense. You know what I mean? When it makes sense, I'll make sure it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I want to be with it. You know what I mean? I want it to be worth it. I want people to sit there and say, yo, you know what? Cole's coming back. He got a new album out. He's on the grind. I want to see what he gonna do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And sometimes you need that in order to get out of that rut and separate yourself from the pack.
Yeah. No,
you know?
you do. And to be honest, I mean, you put in this much work in your career to where you could do that, man. Like, you want to take your hiatus and come back, that's fine. The fans will never kill you for nothing like that. The one thing I do think is that guys like you, guys like Danny Myers, JC, these types of folks and that people may have their critiques about are going to be remembered fondly in the future, because it's like, you know, when you look back, who was giving the shots? Who was taking on the young boys when they was getting their shit together? Like, who was letting y'all separate the who was those guys from who wasn't? Y'all was doing that.
Yeah,
not everybody
like,
does that.
But bro, even when Danny Myers was on the come up, I gave Danny a shot.
Exactly.
Like you get what I'm saying? Like you know, like to be real, like, you know, I look at certain things like, you know, how can you say something when still the last time I was officially in the ring, I was the headline. We was the battle everyone wanted to see. We was the main event. You know what I'm saying? Like, we sold it. It was a fight sold. Like, people was like, I want to see Cole and Easy.
Facts.
I did. You know what I mean? Like, if anybody else would have battled these rookies, niggas wasn't excited. Like, they made it exciting with the tournament. But Easy was already outside the tournament. How was it going to be exciting? Oh, it's exciting because we talked that shit. You know what I mean? So like, you gotta understand, there's still veteran leadership in shit like that, because it's like, nigga, I sold that fight.
Yeah.
I got you your first bag. I opened that door, and now Easy battling T-Top and stuff, and salute to him. Like, keep doing what the fuck you do. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, I know I could do that whenever I want. I've done that. I did that 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Do your thing. I'm never gonna hate on that. But don't forget, like, y'all niggas is like, oh, he fell off or he did this. Nah. All right, cool. I was going through some shit. But when I come back, I'm going to fuck it up. And half of y'all niggas is going to be faded out by then, or burnt out, or took too many battles, or did something, because I know how to move and maneuver. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, whatever.
You know, let me ask you something, man. You just said comeback, man. I'm hearing your comeback. Everybody talking about your comeback on the dark web. You know, it's surf.
Yo, I got so many texts about this surf thing. Let me ask you, why? Why is everyone saying it's surf? Did I miss a blog or something?
I think it was on Facebook, one of the groups, and that shit just went viral. You know, they just picked up steam.
I'm not battling Rajon.
Oh.
I'm not battling Rajon in the near future, at least. You know, it's definitely not Rajon. It's definitely not me. If he's returning to the ring, it's not against me.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
That's a confirmation.
All
and
right.
if anything changes, Black Compass Media will be the first ones to know. How about that?
We appreciate that, Corey,
I like
for sure.
that,
I mean, you know, it's only so long we can avoid this at this point.
Yeah, it's
right.
Like, I feel like
I went through all the stages of a battle rap media person's grief about a battle they want to see. Like, I was upset, I got dismissive, I gave up, I did all type of things. Now I'm just calm. I calmly have to let y'all know there's no getting around this. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, man,
I have no idea why y'all waiting on this. Like, seriously.
He's a commentator now. He's Bob
extra
Costas.
10,000 or something. Like, what's up, man?
Yo, man, let's do a GoFundMe for Cortez versus Surf. We do a GoFundMe for it. You know,
Hey, man. Tez, be careful, Tez, because you just sold $100 a pop. You just chill out. I'm saying, relax, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You know, my thing is, I just look at it like, you know, I want Surf too to want to battle. Like,
yeah,
you know,
sure.
like when I'm saying, all right, when I popped the blog, my whole thing was the era of accountability, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I just told y'all today about what happened after, that's taking accountability. I didn't brush it off. I didn't downplay Nitty. I didn't downplay Easy to Block. I just kept it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I was going through some shit. You know what I mean? I didn't realize how it affected me. I reflected back. I watched what was going on. Oh no, this is what it was. And I focused on it and I worked on myself at it. That's taking accountability because I felt a certain way with the fans, with the public, and I care about the culture. So Surf has to get to that point. He has to mature and get to that point because I feel like he just brushes it off because he feels like he has so much attention, which is the culture's fault too, because y'all give him so much leeway. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like he's gonna have to want it. The worst thing I want is I don't want a 40 bar situation where 40 beat him because he choked again. Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lux beat him because he choked again. I need Surf to be on 10. Because then they're going to just shut it down and be like, yo, Surf ain't take it serious. Like, nah, nigga. Like, if you ain't take Lux serious and you ain't take 40 bars serious, then I need you to take this battle serious. You do that, we could do it, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
I got another question. Yeah. All right, so, you know, I feel like that Nicky Jams battle, you know what I'm saying? Salute the Math. I feel like that'd have been a fire look for you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, what do you feel? Are you feeling like jumping into the Legends Only series?
Great question.
I think that'd be a dope approach.
Excellent question.
We you know, I'm one of the first people that saw Math and Meth. You know, I saw that and I told Math, salute, that was a great idea. You know, like a great idea. So the Nicky Jam shit, you know, when Misfit told me they was at Nicky Jam's crib, I was like, for what? Like, how? Like, I knew who he was. I knew half the
Wait a minute. You said for what? Like, why was y'all like? What was niggas doing? Like, we running down on Nicky Jam? What we doing?
Yeah, like, and Misfit was like, yo, like he's, you know what I mean? He's into the culture. I was like, what? You know what I mean? So, and then Fit said when they was chilling, he was like, yo, like, what's up with Core? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, he knows. He was like, yeah, like he watches it. So I was like, oh shit, like that's big, you know? And I seen the coaches say, who the fuck is Nicky Jams? Who is this? But then I seen when people did their research, they was like, oh yeah, this is the numbers. Yeah.
Different.
Wait, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, so wait a minute. I'm trying to just clarify. So your name was brought up when they was talking to Jam. Not for the situation though.
Not for the Legends Only. No.
Okay.
Just in general.
In general, right?
But it just like Fit was like, yeah, nigga, he know who you are. He asked like, I was like, oh shit, you know, I'm talking to Fit after, like, yo, how was the interview? How was this? She was like, yo, the nigga was mad cool. You know, like the nigga showed love. We was in his crib, we macking, So I was like, oh shit, that's fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, yo, salute on that. You know what I mean? And I was like, all right, cool. When Math did the Legends Only, when Math did the interview, I already knew Math was gonna do that.
You already knew. We already knew. Math was lining Jam up with angles. I'm like, Math, you like he telling you his life story. He just like. He gonna just look at the tape again and just kill him. Wait. That's what I thought.
Go into more detail. Go into more detail about that.
Big facts. You know what I mean? So I already knew. But you know what I mean? Like I say, like salute to everybody that's doing their own thing. You know, whether it's Fit, Math, DNA, whoever it is. Like my whole thing about this year is saluting those that are working and deserve it. You know what I mean? I feel like in this culture, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we don't show love or even show appreciation for certain things because it's a very competitive culture that we're in.
Yeah.
But it fucks it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when I hear some people talk about certain individuals, I'm like, yo, you can't talk about that nigga like that. That nigga sold out London 5 years ago and did this and said this.
Sure.
Like, are you crazy?
Sure.
You know what I mean? And people quickly forget that. Oh, he lost on an at battle against such and such. And I'm like, Yeah, but that nigga did this with 5,000 people in the crowd or 2,000. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, y'all bugging the fuck out. Like, you can't talk to that nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing I feel like needs to change. But I'm just not gonna get wrapped up in it. I'm just gonna do my part. You know what I mean? And make sure I show love to like everyone that's fucking doing their thing. You know what I mean? Saluting it.
Right, right.
Brooklyn. Yo, 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 yeah. Yo, 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 yo. I got goons in your tenement. I got goons in your tenement.
Listen, man, make sure Cortez Resolutions is streaming everywhere. Spotify, Tidal, Apple, YouTube. You can get the album. If people want the whole pre-order box edition, hit me up, DM me. I'm still sending those out. And like I just say, man, you know, I appreciate y'all. You know, I want to bring more awareness to battle rappers' music. You know what I mean? And really just start like a whole trend where it's like, we understand that we're independent brands and there's ways that we can make money off of it, and let's promote it that way, you know, not just the battles, but everything.
Right.
You know?
Right. Okay, and I think we got Polo for the
Polo back.
Yeah, Polo's back too. But yeah, we just getting the outro going and everything like that. And you know, and I would say to the people that aren't necessarily familiar with your music too, in my opinion, I wanted to say this before, this would be a good intro into the music, you know what I'm saying? And then you got like on the bonus, you got like the earlier stuff on there too. So that's gonna hit as well. So if y'all never like checked out a project from Cortez, or if you got a perception of as a battler on them beats, he do what he do, man. Yeah, Polo, we got you, bro.
Yeah,
we just closing out.
Shit lag me out.
Yeah. It's all good, bro.
What y'all was
we just closing out, bro. That's all. We good.
Okay. Yeah, it was dope having this. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do this more.
Definitely. And like I said, I'm gonna tell y'all to pull up to the studio.
Yeah, definitely.
We gotta be there.
Let me pull up. The shoot also. I'll definitely pull up.
Definitely,
Let's
man.
get it.
But
Let's get it.
On behalf of the whole team, you know what I'm saying, whole society, everybody that's here, man, my man Polo, and of course the incomparable Cortez, Black Compass Media. We up out of here, y'all. Peace.
You heard?